Hi guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel. I'm Aurelio. Are you ready for a new video? We start! With the end of the first part of the Mercury missions, which saw the use of the Redstone rocket, NASA switched to launching the Mercury capsules using the ATLAS rocket. It was more powerful than the Redstone, and it was capable of carrying an American astronaut into orbit around the Earth. Before using 8 pairs with unmanned Mercury capsules, NASA tested the rocket by doing some automatic missions. From the launch of the Mercury Atlas 1 to the Mercury Atlas 4, the launches were conducted automatically to test everything in the best possible way. The Mercury Atlas 5 saw instead a new automatic flight with a primate inside named Enos. The mission ended perfectly and without any problem. The chimpanzee Enos was able to return to Earth after completing an orbital mission of 3 hours and 21 minutes. Starting from the next mission, from Mercury Atlas 6 to Mercury Atlas 9, the rockets in question were used for orbital flights using the Mercury capsules. The first American astronaut started traveling with them, beginning to make the history of American spaceflight. The first mission with the ATLAS rocket and an astronaut on board was launched on February 20th under the name of Mercury Atlas 6. The astronaut on board was John H. Glenn, who gave his capsule the name Friendship 7. 10 minutes after the launch, the capsule was finally in orbit around the Earth, with John Glenn, who became the first American astronaut to have actually reached a terrestrial orbit, as the Russian Yuri Gagarin had done months earlier. Following the Friendship 7 mission, NASA launched a new mission whose name was Mercury Atlas 7. Basically, the flight plane was identical to the previous missions, 3 orbits around the Earth and splashing down on the waters of Caribbean Sea. Various experiments were planned to be conducted during the stay in orbit of this mission. On May 24, 1962, at 7:45 a.m. local time, the Mercury Atlas 7 mission was launched with the astronaut Scott Carpenter on board. After only 5 minutes, the orbit around the Earth was already reached. The astronaut immediately began carrying out the scheduled work, including some scientific experiments. Upon completion of its stay in orbit, the capsule re-entered in the atmosphere and it splashed down as planned in the ocean, where it was subsequently recovered. On October 3, 1962, NASA launched the new Mercury mission called Mercury Atlas 8 with the astronaut Walter Schirra. During this flight, various experiments were carried out, as well as the first live television broadcasting directly from space. The mission was carried out perfectly, since he managed to conclude the entire planned program. Thanks to the professionalism shown, Schirra will return to space with the missions of Gemini 6 and Apollo 7, thus becoming the only American astronaut to actively participate in all three programs: Mercury, Gemini and Apollo. Even though Sigma 7's flight was a complete success, it was nonetheless evident that the United States of America was lagging behind the Soviet Union when it came to space travel. In fact, with the launches of Vostok 3 and Vostok 4, the Soviets had shown that they were capable of launching two rockets within 24 hours. As far as the duration of the flights was concerned, the Soviet Union was clearly ahead of the Americans. In fact, it had already completed an inhabited flight that had almost reached 4 full days against the 9 hours of the Shira mission. The next and the last planned mission for the Mercury was therefore designed to last a full day to reduce the advantage of the Soviets. The Mercury Atlas 9 mission was the last flight of the Mercury program. The astronaut chosen for this mission was Gordon Cooper. As a tradition, it was the astronaut who decided the name of the spacecraft, and this time the name chosen was Faith 7. Having the Russians already set some truly remarkable records compared to America, NASA decided to make changes to the remaining Mercury capsules so that they could spend more time in space than the previous ones. For this purpose, 4 Mercury capsules were provided with different modifications that would increase their capabilities and potential. These were given the serial numbers 12, 15, 17 and 20. At the end, it was decided to use the Mercury capsule with the serial number 20, because it would give more results than the other modified ones. The Mercury Atlas 9 mission with the Faith 7 space capsules was launched on May 15, 1963, having reached the stabilized orbit with a apogee of 163 kilometers and an apogee of 265 kilometers. They could immediately aim to have a mission with a minimum duration of 24 hours. During this mission, various experiments were conducted and a small signal buoy was also released for a particular experiment. At the end of this mission, after 34 hours, 19 minutes, 49 seconds, the Mercury capsule splashed down near the Midway Islands in the Pacific Ocean. The capsule, with Cooper still aboard, was recovered from an American aircraft carrier in a short time. So guys, now we have completed the quick report of the Mercury missions that saw the use of the Atlas rocket. Let's move on to talk about the model reproducing this rocket, produced and distributed by the real space model. Opening the box of this model kit, we find a few resin pieces, a photo attach, a small decals sheet, and the instructions. The resin pieces reproducing the subject in question are well finished and rich in details, despite having very small dimensions. The assembly of the rocket body is incredibly simple. It is composed of two pieces that can be assembled quickly and without any problem. We then proceed with the assembly of the engines, which is composed of the two engines nozzles and the breather pipe. Having completed this part, you can immediately move on to the assembly of the Mercury capsule and its abductor, which will then be glued on the top of the rocket. The last element to be assembled is the small escape tower, which subsequently will be mounted on the top of the Mercury capsules. This too is assembled quickly and without problems. Once all the pieces have been assembled, you can move on to their union and the very few necessary plaster. Once we completed the model kit, we will find in our hands a beautiful model reproducing a rocket that made America great in its space program. The cost of this model is more than fair, both for the size of the model itself and for the richness in details. Personally, I recommended it to all the fans of this fantastic sector. An excellent model that will greatly enrich your space collection. So guys, also this time we have finished another great video. Don't forget, the AMK model kits are so incredible and fantastic. If you have interested regarding my model kits, write me on this email, or eventually write and put the comment on my YouTube regarding your impression regarding my model kits or my other video. See you soon next time, guys. Bye and thanks!